What's up, y'all? I see, I'm good for trying to adjust things on the fly. I'm making sure that when I'm double testing, I'm just double checking real quick because I decided to change my audio at the last minute and just making sure that it is coming from the mic. I decided I was going to speak to you on the mic tonight. So thank you so much for coming in. Welcome to Growth Groove with Dr. Ericka. I don't know why I feel I'm all ready for sound effects today, but welcome to Growth Groove with Dr. Ericka. You know, that's where you can find me on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern. So today we're talking about something near and dear to my heart. You know, I've been re-embracing a wellness journey, even though I can't say it's new. It's just things change and you adjust and you reassess and you do things different in different seasons. So one of the things I wanted to talk about is 5 reasons why now is the time to prioritize your health. You might be like, Dr. Ericka, why now? We're going to get to that. Now, I have a couple of housekeeping things to do. As you come in, do me a favor. Let me know where you are watching from. If you know someone that needs to hear this, you can share. If you know someone that needs this, you can also tag. And the last thing, if you're watching it later, don't even worry about it, but just put hashtag replay in the comments. Let me know you were here. Can you do that for me? So if you don't know me, I am your host, Dr. Ericka, Harvard-trained, double board certified psychiatrist and integrative lifestyle coach. I'm on a mission to help you be better, do better, and live better. Let's see if we can make all this happen. Me and technology, that's a whole nother story of what's been going on with technology. But I do this through my telepsychiatry, through my books, including Fix Your Fairy Tale, A Woman's Guide to a Great Life, Love, and Legacy, my speaking, and my podcast, Better with Dr. Ericka, which we will be talking about a little bit later. Sounds like a plan? All right. I do all of that to help busy people like you that show up for work. You show up for your friends. You show up for your family. You show up for your community. You show up for everybody. You often don't show up for yourself. So I do this to put you back in your life. So let's talk about why we are even talking about this topic. Part of the reason is I was just thinking about it. Now, if I haven't told you, my parents are like my number one news source now that Tom Joyner is off the air. They give me all of the highlights. They're like MSNBC and CNN on speed dial. I was actually seeing patients in a clinic because one of the things I'm doing now is all the patients I'm seeing now, I'm working from home. So you see all this? This is what my patients see. And he sends me a message. It's like, hey, oh my gosh, be safe. Don't leave the house. And sent this CNN article about an active shooter, someone that had shot someone, and they were looking for them in Midtown. And I was just thinking about how so many things have been going on in the world lately. Number one, you just never know what kind of madness is going to be around you. And a lot of times we used to have all these assumptions that we have a lot of time. And one of the things we learned dealing with the pandemic, racial injustice, insurrections, all of the things that have been going on the last few years is that we don't always know how much time we have. So I wanted to sit and take some time and really spend some quality time discussing why you should prioritize your health. Because one of the reasons we need to prioritize it is there's a handful of people that all of their habits, even if they don't try, are healthy, or they just have such good genetics. It just seems like, oh, they don't gain weight and, their numbers always look good and all that good stuff. On the majority of people, we have to actually put some effort in. And even those people, I feel like they have to have some level of intentionality for good health. And I want to talk about why now is the time, not tomorrow. I'm going to have a moment and date myself. I don't know if anybody remembers. Remind me, was it Commissioned or Take Six that had that song Tomorrow? I can't remember. And I know someone that hops on will remember which one it was. But it's so easy to put everything off till tomorrow. And I want to talk about why now is the time. You ready? I'm not going to keep you here too long. The first one is you can't get time back. Time is a non-renewable resource. When it's gone, it's gone. It is over. So if you spend time in bad health, challenged health, not optimal health, that's time you can't get back. So when we think about all the time we have, and we have a finite amount of time on this earth, is that you want to spend the most time possible feeling good, feeling emotionally good, physically good, and spiritually good. So prioritizing your health will help put you in a space to have that holistic health. And as we talked about before, each thing kind of follows behind. So when you're physically healthy, you feel better mentally. When you're mentally healthy, you feel better physically and spiritually. And part of the reason I want you to really kind of clue into now is there's been a few things going on. We talked about from a mental health standpoint that they started seeing about 4 in 10 adults were complaining of anxiety or depressive symptoms since the pandemic. What I would caution to say is that a lot of these pandemic statistics were earlier in the pandemic, and we've had so much go on that I would really say, even though I don't have the official data, that all of these numbers that we see are actually higher. Practically, you know me, I see patients. I am an actual mental health physician. Is that you're seeing people that are having more mental health challenges and people coming into the mental health system that weren't there previously. So I would actually gather that it's probably more than that, especially if you just count people that are feeling some type of distress that may not necessarily meet clinical criteria for something like major depressive disorder, PTSD, generalized anxiety disorder, or something like that, are still having mental health symptoms. So you can't get time back. Time is passing by, whether you want to do anything about it. Next thing is every day you are getting older. And the thing that's key about every day you are getting older is there was a recent study that showed that in 2020, life expectancies in all 50 states dropped. Let me say that one more time. Life expectancies in all 50 states dropped. Do you want that to be you? I don't want it to be me. I don't want to check out of this joint earlier because statistics are saying people are checking out earlier. So every day you're getting older. And as we get older, we all know that our metabolisms aren't the same, our bodies aren't the same. You know, a lot of my friends all sit around and laugh that you may get injured just getting out of bed. So it's going to take more effort. So since it takes more effort and our bodies are aging, that it would make sense to start prioritizing now, because if you wait longer, body's aging more. You know? Let's keep it moving. Number 3, life is unpredictable. So we talked about the shooting. There's just all this kind of stuff going. You know, there's some people checking out of here from COVID. Now we have the wonderful world of monkeypox that's affecting people's health. And with COVID, it's not just dying, it's people that are having these prolonged courses of COVID or are even getting long COVID. And that doesn't count all the other things that can happen that are so unpredictable with life, from recessions to, we already talked about insurrections, to people that just end up in the wrong place at the wrong time when someone's doing a mass shooting. You just don't know. So life is unpredictable. So there's no time like today to start, because as we said, we don't know when we're going to be, how long we're going to be here. We don't know when we're going to check out, but you also don't know when your resources are going to change. So it's great to start now. Now, one of the things I want to talk about briefly here is that since life is so unpredictable, there are things that will happen. But if you're already engaged and having healthier habits, which also includes actually engaging with your health providers so that they can help you in your health. Because the other thing is, sometimes people will be like, I'm trying to be healthy, but they never see anybody. So there were some, can't talk today, some statistics that um, around 80% of people had health insurance, but at least 25% hadn't seen a doctor for a checkup. And that's something relatively easily to do, especially if you're insured, but even if you're not insured, to actually get a checkup, because so many things are preventable or have early interventions. So it's just important to actually start doing it. And part of the reason we want to do this is because you can change your health. You can make your health better. There are things we can all do to make our health better. And that's from lifestyle choices to actually getting help that we need and having more in-depth interventions. You know, cardiovascular disease is the leading cause of death around the globe. And the one thing you always hear everyone talk about is how there are so many modifiable risk factors, from smoking to eating more vegetables and higher fiber diets to getting some exercise. There are so many things that can adjust these numbers, that the sooner that you prioritize your own health, the better you can make that sense. It makes sense. I was going to say the better you can make your health, but the thing is the more effort you put in, you may see more out. And the better you feel, the better your quality of life. And to me, quality of life is one of the reasons I actually went to become a doctor. And one of the big reasons I'm a psychiatrist is I want you to have that life. I want you to be better, do better, and live better. And it's so important. And we talk about one of the reasons we're doing now is that since people aren't necessarily getting checked out, there are so many illnesses that are either preventable or treatable that the whole course changes if you're not getting routine screenings or being seen. So we're going to use one example. So say your blood sugar is running a little high and we could have managed it with diet and exercise, and then you end up with diabetes, and then your liver's not your liver, but your kidneys are a mess and you end up with amputations. Who wants all of that? None of that is sexy. Um, Skin cancer, if people actually get things checked and you get full skin checks and you use sunscreen, that's going to decrease your risk for skin cancer. If you get something, it can be caught early. We've all heard all these conversations about how not everyone's getting their colonoscopies, how important it is to get your prostate screening, to have your mammograms. There are a lot of tools out there to help you improve your health and protect your health. And it's so important to start now with it's building your health legacy, which helps build your life legacy. And honestly, if you're in better health, you're going to be in a better position to have wealth. So your legacy building while actually taking care of your health. Got it? The last one, number 5, is you just deserve better health. You deserve to have a better life. You deserve a great life. That great life, one of the things that's going to be big for it is for you to have better health. Because you know what? You deserve it. You deserve to have the best life. You were created to have a wonderful life. And I want you to be in the position to live every day, to enjoy it, and not be weighed down by your physical or mental health. Because that sucks. Nobody wants to be on the struggle bus mentally or physically. Nobody wants that. That's not what I want for you. So thanks for hanging out. We're going to do a quick recap. But if you're coming in late, again, this is Dr. Ericka, and we are talking about 5 reasons why now is the time to prioritize your health, because you just never know what's going to happen the next day. There's so many things going on, and I want you to be in the best health possible, and that puts you in a better position for wealth. So we're going to talk about why. I'm going to do a quick recap, then I'm going to get you out of here. So again, if you know someone that needs this, please share. If you know someone that needs this, please tag. And if you're watching it later, don't worry about it, but hashtag replay. Let out. We're trying something new today. Let's see if we can make all of this work. Yes, we are. Summary. Can you tell I'm excited? So we're going to run down. These are the 5 reasons now is the time to prioritize your health. Number 1, you can't get time back. Say it with me. You can't get time back. So every day that we spend, or you spend, or I spend not prioritizing my health, not in optimal health, is time that those days weren't maximized, and I can't get them back. You can't get them back. Every day you're getting older, it's getting harder to maintain your health anyway. Your body's starting to do things because you're getting older. Every day you're getting older, and every day we're getting closer to the end of our lives. You want to make every day count. So you want to be in your best health and do it now. The next thing is life is unpredictable. You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. You don't know when the bottom's going to fall out of the housing market. Jobs change, resources change, money changes. There's going to be a shooting. You just never know what's going to happen. Life is unpredictable. So do it now. The next one is you can change your health. A lot of these are modifiable variables or things that you can do that are considered preventive health. So since you can change it and you have the power, why not start now and make it better? And the last one is you deserve better health. Yes, you deserve it. It's your right. And I want you to have it because I want you to have that best life. I want you to be better, do better, and live better, and be able to be in the space to take advantage of all of the blessings and all of the things that you were created for. So that's what I got for you tonight. Thank you for tuning in. Again, this is your host, Dr. Ericka, Harvard-trained, double board certified psychiatrist and integrative lifestyle coach. I'm on a mission to help you be better, do better, and live better. I do that through my adult telepsychiatry, and I will show you how to find it. Flat out, scrolling right down there. My speaking and my podcast, Better with Dr. Ericka. I do all of this to help busy people like you that give and give and give and pour into everybody but yourself. I do this to put you back into your life because you know what? You deserve to be the superstar of your story. Now, if you're feeling some stress, some overwhelm, or just want a mental health checkup, feel free to check out AskDrGoodwin.com, AskDrGoodwin.com, and check on my adult telepsychiatry. And we talked about the podcast, Better with Dr. Ericka. A new episode will be dropping, but it's coming out a little bit later today, so it'll be out later today. So excited. It's a best of, and we're talking about leadership, mindset, and money. So you're going to want to listen to this one. It's a good best of with some new things mixed in it. And you can find the podcast at betterthepodcast.com, betterthepodcast.com, or you can find it on all major platforms such as Spotify, Google Podcasts, Audible, iHeartRadio, or Apple Podcasts. Again, thank you so much for showing up. You showed up for yourself. Yay! Take your left hand, put it in your right arm. Take your right hand, put it on your left arm. Give yourself a squeeze. You deserve that big hug. Thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you next Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. And until next time, have a better day.